Coach, what would you do to open up this series? What's something that you would come out with against the Cougars?
Talking to Coach Braddock earlier in the week, they seem to run a 4-3 cover 2 coverage in the defensive backs. They like to bring linebackers a good bit. A lot of people try to complement a good screen passing and attack, try to slow those linebackers and keep them at home.
All right, so Kinsley, the Cougars are getting ready to kick off to the Tigers. If you're holding your phone up, it's going to be from the right to the left side. So, you know, if you could just picture that here at the stadium here from the visitor side. So that's where we have here. So the whistle is blown. Here comes the kickoff. It's back. It's a dribbler down the middle of the field towards the right side.
Jay Jones going to elude a couple of defenders, try to break a couple of tackles. Looks like going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. So that's where the Tigers are going to start their first offensive series.
Jay Jones on the carry there. A good run, our player of the week from this past week, and just a quality athlete. You know, those Joneses, there's always been one in Northeast Jones football and basketball, whatever it might be, the sport. But the Joneses are very heavily influenced in the jungle.
Exactly, John. So they're going to come out. Let's see what type of formation they come out in. So they're going to go with trips left. Jalen Morris line up to the right of Mason Smith. Mason Smith takes the snap. He tries to fake the pass to Jay Jones, but he's going to keep it himself and roll out to the left. He's going to complete the pass to his receiver. He's going to be taken down immediately after a pickup of about 2 yards.
So you're right. Just like Coach Braddock was talking about, coming out with the screen pass.
Yeah, they try to Northeast tries to throw a quick screen. Outside linebackers had walked up. You know, one thing about Newton earlier in the game, they control the ball down to the 5-minute mark, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. Control the ball, control the clock. Gives your opponent less time.
All right, that was 5-5 McGee who had that reception. This time they're going to come out 2 receivers, 2 on the left, 1 to the bottom. They're going to hand off to Morris. Morris breaks a huge run up the middle for about 8 yards. Great job by that offensive line to just open up that huge running lane for Morris.
You know, Morris, again, one of our player of the weeks, along with Jay Jones, just hitting that hole and showing us why he was voted player of the week last week.
Exactly. I mean, he's just continuing his the same style of play that he displayed last season. I mean, great guy, shifty guy. He can also display a little power, too. So they're going to come out 3 receivers, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Mason Smith hands it off up the middle. Looks like to Tony Barnes, who's going to be stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Coach Braddock, said they would blitz a lot, and that's what they did here. They brought pretty much everybody there on an all-out blitz and stopped Barnes at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 39-yard line.
They're going to bring Jalen Hudson in the game. Now they have 3 receivers, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Linebackers are trying to make the offensive line jump. Mason Smith takes the snap, gets it out to McGee. McGee's going to have a wide open lane ahead of him, hits the sideline, trying to elude a defender, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line in Cougar territory, but there is a flag on the play.
I don't know what this flag could be, Coach. Do you have any ideas as a coach? Did you see something?
I'm thinking it could be an offensive holding on the wide out. They threw a little tunnel screen out here to the right, but it may be 15. It looks for what it is. It looks like holding against Northeast Jones from the point of contact, which is about the 34. So good enough for a first down, though, for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a spot foul. So it happened, down the field. So they moved it back to where it happened, 10 yards, and so that's always a good. It's still 1st and 10. The Tigers get it over in the Newton County territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Cougar 44 for the Tigers with 3:08 left in the first quarter.
And the Tigers will come out with 3 receivers, 2 halfbacks, Tony Barnes and Jalen Morris on each side of Mason Smith. Mason Smith with the snap, hands it off to Barnes, who loses the tackle, runs over another, then it's going to be brought down by a host of Cougars. Great run by Tony Barnes, showing some power up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might have made Mr. Barnes a little mad whenever they met him at the line a minute ago, and so he's going to show them what he can do, and he really powered the ball. And actually, I think he was a little short there on the spot of where he got to on there, but, we've had bad refs all season, so that's not really going to make a difference here tonight.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Johnson. It's just unfortunate mishap that the Tigers have had all season. But they're going to keep the same formation. Mason Smith with the snap. There was confusion on the snap, and the running back's going to be taken down as soon as the handoff is made. Let's see who was and that was Jazayla Morris, who has involved with the confusion with Mason Smith on that handoff and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 here in Cougar territory from the 40-yard line. And it's 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, brought to you by 601 Graphics, a great T-shirt company there in Laurel. Give them a like on Facebook and a call. So here's Kinsley, back to you.
All right, same formation. Mason Smith will waste the snap, gets the snap, drop that, looking deep, eluding the defender, breaks the tackle, and he's going to take it himself. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on that carry. He's going to be taken down by a host of Cougars.
So it's going to be good enough for the first down there. And, we saw Mason's dad there at Zach Garvin's and talking about baseball. Miles is going to be signing Mason's brother, who is at Pearl River, going to be signing with South Alabama coach, a former Tiger, making a name for himself.
Yeah, they were in Hattiesburg a couple of weeks ago at a little fall ball. Miles is about 91, 92, and going to South Alabama, great place to play.
So, Kinsley, the Tigers try a QB read play there and fumble the ball, but bounce right back on it.
Right, up the handoff to Jazayla Morris. He just got past the second level, but he took a hit by a linebacker and dropped the ball, but luckily he fell right back on it.
Absolutely. So, Tigers come back out and get into that shotgun formation. And Kinsley?
All right, Mason Smith gets the snap, drops back, throws it deep to Jay Jones, who just got a hand on it but just couldn't reel it in. Good coverage by the defender, but still believe Jay Jones could have reeled that pass in. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the official is going to call. There's the 2 flags on the play.
It's going to be defensive pass interference, it looks like. So, I don't know what else it could be with just one receiver, against 2 D-backs. So that's what it's going to be, pass interference on the Cougars.
Yeah, and Jay Jones, he was in great position to make that play. Possibly the defensive back could have possibly held him to try to knock him off his route. So I believe that's what could have happened. But, it was a beautifully thrown ball by Mason Smith. So Mason Smith going to get the next play from the sideline, going to run it in to the team as they get set. Going to come out with 3 receivers, Jay Jones and 5'5" McGee at the bottom. Morris is going to move to the right of Mason Smith. The defense is kind of creep up, and Jazayla Morris is showing frustration as the offensive lineman jumped by the fake blitz of the defense.
The Newton County is really playing close to the football, and they drew the Tigers off that time. And coach, that kind of defense does it to you, correct?
Oh yeah, you get a little antsy, and they run what we used to call in high school Hollywood. They dance around and run up to the line and back off, and then they come up and they're trying to get you to jump, trying to get you to flinch.
All right, so the Tigers are going to get set. Tony Barnes in for Morris. Barnes line up to the left of Mason Smith. Smith gets the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's going to run out to the left. He's going to be tripped up at about the 15-yard line.
Good little athletic quarterback Smith is, and, really trips over his own men there, and so loses a couple. So it's going to be second and, well, actually he gains 3 on the play because of the bad eyes, but he gains 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 12 from about the Cougar 16-yard line, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. Not really a big horn here at Cougar Field, so you really couldn't hear it, Coach.
No, you couldn't. It's a pretty scoreboard, but the horn they need to turn the volume up a little bit. John, I do have some scores here. Early in the first quarter, Wayne County 7, West Harry 6. Brookhaven leads South Jones 6-0 in the first quarter. Pearl River Central leads Stone 8-7 early in the game.
All right, so some local scores there from you. Coming to you live from Decatur tonight. Got to go by and eat at Zach Garvin's, a great little steakhouse. Did you enjoy your steak?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it so much, but I got so full from the house bread I couldn't finish my whole steak.
That strawberry butter was fine, wasn't it?
I've never had anything like that before. That was pretty unique.
Worth the price of admission, huh?
Indeed it was. But you know what? Those leftovers will be good tonight, though.
What you think? How you like that strawberry butter up here?
Oh, I've had it before. I stop in there a good bit. And don't forget them fried tomato fritters. They wasn't nothing.
Tomato critters?
Tomato critters, yeah, I think that's what it was. They were pretty good themselves.
Yeah, they was. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. And starting of the second quarter, brought to you by Laurel Home Center, Kinsley.
Oh, yeah, good place, good home, just good people, just good all-around business. Because as the Tiger switch field, Mason Smith's going to find McGee. Wow. What an awesome pass over the middle.
That's one of them highlight reels. He bobbles the catch and still comes down with it. How about that?
Yeah, what an awesome display of athleticism by 5'5" McGee. Mason Smith took the snap, dropped back a couple of yards, and lets it go over the middle. 5'5" tips with one hand, but still has the composure to reel it in for a beautiful touchdown pass.
Smith to McGee. What a connection. Here comes a kick. Looks like it's going to be Garcia. I don't think that's Patrick Little who tried kicking it the other day against West Lauderdale. But here comes a snap. It's down. It's away. And it's going to be good. So, Coach, what did you think about that pass and catch a minute ago from Smith to McGee?
Hey, that was a great catch. 5'5" came across the middle. Smith hit him. I think he got one hand on it and kind of knocked it up in the air and was able to come down before he went out of bounds there. But good pass, good job by Smith to see him. He was under some pressure.
So 11:53 to go here in the first half. The Tigers and Cougars all knotted up at 7, and we've got ourselves a game, Kinsley.
And you're right, John. This in that aspect of the game, the passing game from the Tigers, what I've been so intrigued by this year. I mean, they do run a lot of running plays, but when they open up the passing game, that's to me has been what's so beneficial for the Tigers. I guess they run so many running plays when they actually get hit. When they actually run a passing play, most defenses don't expect it. But, I mean, they have the talent to have an effective passing game. As you see right there, that's what's proven to work for them tonight.
As that old saying goes, that RPO's working tonight.
Exactly. So the Tigers get set to kick it off to the Cougars. Little making sure both sides are set. And it's going to be a short kick, but it's going to be fielded about the 31-yard line by the Cougars.
Coach, it looked like a Tiger kickoff guy wanted to get an early start, but I don't think the rest really cared to call that one.
No, he probably a little cold and didn't want to call it. But once again, the pooch kick works again. They take over on the 32, and as I've said, the statistics, proof's in the pudding. Most high school kickoffs return to the 35, and you can keep them somewhere around in there. Keeps them giving up a big play. Northeast needs to rise the occasion and go 3 and out here with them and stop them on defense.
So as the Cougars offense gets set, they're going to keep the same formation. They got 0 receivers and have going double running backs in the backfield, but there's a
flag on the play.
Wonder what that could be in team.
I wonder.
It's going to be against the Cougars.
Delay of game, so hey, the referees decided to blow that one, so we'll take it any way we can get it.
Exactly. The Cougars got to be more aware of the clock.
They gotta know where it's at now.
It's kind of cold. Maybe their mind hadn't unthawed yet.
I'm sure they fired up though down there on the field.
Exactly. They're gonna keep the same formation. Quarterback takes the snap, hands on to the running back. Gonna be taken down in the backfield. Wow, that was a quick stop.
It looked like Yeah.
That was Alan McCree on that stop. So great job by Alan McCree to just sniff that play out right when he took the handoff.
It's going to be second and long now, so second.